Welcome back to the channel. I'm Professor Wheel, your Director of Training here at Centurion Holdings. And today with me, of course, again, is our good friend Carrington. He's a brown belt in Jiu Jitsu. Hopefully in the next year or so, he'll be testing for his black belt. And we're glad to have him back today. Today, we're going to do just a quick video on Kimura. Everybody likes Kimuras. There's a whole system on Kimuras. But we're going to give you Kimura just a little bit different. I'm a big fan of the Kimura grip. I like getting Kimuras. It's one of the things at my school that I've been always known for is snatching Kimuras from anywhere. And today we're going to show you how to do something that most people don't see, and that's Kimura from a disadvantaged position on the bottom. Check it out. So of course the first thing we have to worry about is proper position on the bottom. So, I can't be lazy. When I teach this from mount bottom, it's feet close to my butt. I bring my toes up so my weight is on my heels. There's a specific reason for that, and it has to do with the grapevine. You can watch the other videos to figure that one out. I got my hips up just a little bit. I don't need my hips pushed up. I just don't want them flat on the ground because that puts all of his weight on me. I lift my hips just a little bit. My elbows are down into his thighs, and I'm here where I can protect myself. Now what we're going to do is as he reaches in trying to get whatever, on the same side, I'm going to snatch his arm. And as he's trying to smother me, I'm going over the top. And I'm getting my Kimura grip. Normally, this is a bad idea. Okay? Normally. But the key here is this elbow. When I grab Kimura, I'm going to drive. I'm turning that hand and driving my elbow into my own ribs. And I'm keeping his shoulder down toward my chest area. If his shoulder starts to ride up, my grip is compromised. I will lose this. He starts to go ahead and arm choke. That's obviously a bad thing. So I get my grip here and I keep it low. And that's the key here, is keeping his body from driving high. Now here, his weight is off me. I can breathe. I can take a second. Carrington's still a young man. He's still on the right side of 35. I no longer am. He's a lot faster than I am. And this is one of the ways with these younger guys that I hold them in place and catch my breath for a minute while they're still trying to figure out where we're going. Now I can hook that leg. And if you look at where we are, we're in a simple bridge and roll. So again, I've got good position. He's working, we're working. I get a grip here. I can even bump and bring him to me. And the key again is to drive him low when I put this grip in place and not have him high on me. I hook this leg and it's a bump and a roll. And I come inside of his guard, yes, but I still have this Kimura grip. When his legs are here, I can slide, I can step, I can turn, and we've got the Kimura submission if I want it. I can let it go back to playing guard game, passing the guard if I want. I can get this and I can do for MMA. I can let it go, self-defense, we can strike. All that's still viable. The point here is I started out with that good grip, keeping him low on me and not letting him get high. And then it's a simple bump and roll. Mechanics are the same. Grip, I pull, keeping him low, get my grip, hook here. And now I bridge and roll. And again, I can pass over. I can keep that pin and sit up so I can start passing guard. We can start to strike whatever we want. That's the Kimura from underneath on the mat. So I get the grip and I'm in. Now the last time he just kind of sat where he was at and I was able to hook his leg. This time, as soon as I get the grip, he starts trying to walk away from me and get on the other side of this grip. The key here is now as soon as this happens, I slide out. And I'm keeping him tight. And I'm going to turn toward him. And again, we're back in position. Now I know the first thing that just went through your mind, Will, can he just roll out? Yep. And you know what? Mission accomplished. I'm no longer on bottom. We tend to think of Kimura as just submission only. It's a grip that holds him in place. It's a grip that forces him to move so that I can get a better position and actually let him go. that would look like this. So I come in, I get the grip, he starts to come off of me, he takes that roll, right? Yep, let him go. Amazing how it works when my goal is more than just submission and I'm looking at self-defense issues. If we're on the street, we're on the concrete, we're in a parking lot, let him go, get up, employ that number one self-defense technique, proper running form, and just let him go. All right, so the last energy you're gonna see, that first one, he's just sat on top of us, I hope and swept. The second one, he stepped away from my grip, and I got my back flat, followed him over, and was able to sweep him back in, or he takes to roll, and you just let him go, because mission accomplished, we got him off the top of us. On this one, he's going toward my grip. Watch this. So I get my grip, and this time he starts to walk around toward it. What he's looking to do here is go around the world and get the arm bar. Very valuable thing that you have to pay attention to. And here's the key. I get this grip, he starts to go around me, and I stick my hands right into his hips. Just like this. I'm literally going to take my fist and punch it into his hip. But Will, aren't you supposed to keep Kimura tight to you? Yes, if I'm looking for the submission. Here I'm not looking for the submission. I'm looking to stop his progress, and that's why I put my hands in his hips. Now we can talk about getting my guard back and going forward, and I've never let it go. If I can sweep all the way through here and get my guard back, now we're back in place to go for the submission. More power to us. But all I need to do is stop his motion. And I get here, he starts going around me, and I drive right into his hips. Lock my elbows. Now it's a matter of frame with my arms, not strength. And my elbows are bent, we start to rely on power. He's a young fella, I'm an old fella. It's sad to say that I actually qualify for senior citizens discounts in places now. I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is. And that power thing doesn't always work when you're getting older. Drive the elbows straight, and now it's a matter of frame, and that's what we're looking for. From here, we're going to show you what happens when we're on side control bottom, because that's kind of where we get to in this position. That's our next thing. Check it out. All right, so now we're talking about side control bottom and how I can do Kimura from here. Obviously, the worst thing I can do first is to be just like this. Because the moment we're flat and all of his weight is sitting on us, now I have to find a way to work back to, and if you look at it, this is a neutral position for side control, not this. This here, he's at 100% and I'm at like 50, because I'm having to redirect pressure, and that sucks. So get yourself into a good position first. Now as he's trying to work around, I snatch his wrist. I'm not gonna let him get over my head. Okay, I will give him things like drive my head back, because now he looks back and says, hey, look what I've got. I go, yes, you do, thank you. And now I go right over the top. The first thing I do when I get Kimura from the bottom on side control is extend my arms. Conventional wisdom says, pull this high, pull this tight. Yes, if I'm trying to do the submission. I'm not doing the submission, I'm stopping his motion. I'm going to drive this forward. He can't go around the world now, because my arms are literally in his way. There's one important thing he has to do to get around me, and that's raise his hips over my arms. And as he does that and goes around, I keep my hand high, go ahead. He goes around, and there's my sweep. And now I let this elbow drop in here. And that Kimura is actually right there, in reverse. So I'm on the side, I get control of his wrist, that hand comes through, and I get the grip, and I drive it straight. Now if he tries to go around me, I keep that up, and I'm bridge and roll. This elbow is going to drop here. All of my weight is going onto his shoulder, and I put his wrist on the floor. If he's really flexible, my grip may not be the best, then you start doing the same thing as you would do with like the Americana, and I paint his arm up, keep his hand down, and start raising this up. But as long as I keep my elbow inside of his armpit, and I keep my weight onto his shoulder, I have rarely found that necessary. All right, so one more thing from side control with this Kimura from the bottom. When I get here, and I get this question a lot when I do seminars on this, and guys say, well, can he walk around this way, we know what happens if he tries to come toward the lock. I sweep him. If he tries to go away from the lock, well, that's what the back leg does. It blocks you from being able to do so. And literally all I have to do is raise that leg. If he tries to walk around me, literally all I have to do is put that in his hip. And again, I keep this locked. Now I'm only giving one other option, and that's to raise that inside knee and try to get a knee on the belly. And the moment he does that, we're right back to rigid roll. And again, drops him inside, and we go to that same submission to core that we did before. Be careful on that submission because it can come on really fast, especially if your partner has tight shoulders, and that's not good because it hurts and he goes next. Just a quick video for you today on the Kimura grip and how we can use that from a disadvantaged position. Sometimes we look at that and just think that's the only place I can get it from is from side control top, and it's just not true. You can use this that from the side control on the bottom. There are things we look at sometimes we start to get this idea of this is how it is and this is how it has to be. Kimura is not one of them. There are certain things that are hard, fast rule in Jiu Jitsu, and Kimura is not one. You can use that from a disadvantaged position, and I just showed you two ways. Y'all make sure you check us out on all the social media platforms. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff you're supposed to do. You can see us at CenturionHoldingsLLC.net. You can get a hold of us at CenturionHoldingsLLC@gmail.com. You can click the QR code right there, and we'll see you next time.